for Track Talk on News Talk 1240 WHBU and the new 103.7 FM and on Muncie's Sports Station, 102.9 FM and 1340 AM. Here's Rick and Gary with Anderson Speedway's Track Talk.
Good evening. Welcome to Track Talk. Rick Dawson, Gary Mong. We're at the Mounds Mall Special Events Studio.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you and to everybody listening.
2016.
It's here, and we're ready to roll.
We are, aren't we?
We've got a guest that's we're going to be talking to here shortly that's involved in the motorsports industry. First, I wanted to say, so I don't forget, I got an email from Steve Wallace today, and wanted me to make sure I let everybody know that the Anderson Speedway song that he wrote won a People's Choice Award for favorite song on social media sites and was nominated for a Grammy for Best Novelty Song of 2016.
No kidding.
How about that?
That is great.
And also the poem he co-wrote with Hannah Walker, who is 9 years old, called Little 500 Sprint Car Race, was named Poem of the Year for 2015. I don't know where, but it was named. So congratulations to our good friend Steve Wallace, great supporter of the Speedway, and does a lot of good.
And he's getting all kinds of accolades because of it, too. So, yes, that's great.
So
I'll have to check out this poem.
Yeah.
And find out what that's all about.
So did you have a big New Year's?
It was with you and a bunch of other folks. So.
Well, that doesn't answer my question.
Well, I guess it was fine, yes. We had a good time.
We had a good time with some friends.
Yes.
And we summarized our holiday activities last week, so we're ready to get into the 2016.
We are. And when you think about it, Rick, we're just a little over 2 months before we're back out on the track again.
Actually, we're going to be at the track 3 weeks from this weekend.
Oh, we are?
Down in
I was talking about our track.
Yeah.
Anderson Speedway, yes.
It's gotten a little cold, so I don't know about that February race car on the racetrack yet, but it's the only month that we haven't.
That's right. That's right.
Done that, so,
we should try. We'll give it a try. We'll see what happens.
Winter is definitely here.
It is.
And although it could be a whole lot worse, we're not wading through the white stuff.
Well,
yet.
by Friday they're saying close to 50 degrees. So you can't. Yeah, me too.
The Ford truck is saying there with the snow plow on it, facing out from the garage, and I hope it's that way in March when we get ready to practice.
Yeah, 'cause I think the first time you use it, you kind of get a little reckless with it, don't you?
It's happened.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's a little getting used to.
That's why I do my own driveway, because I know you've offered to come over, but I'm afraid I won't have no drive left if you come over that big truck.
Might not have any yard.
That's right. Me or the neighbors.
A couple of things, house cleaning here. Want to let you know that we do still have the ticket packages available for another couple of weeks. You can still get a 20-pack for $150 or a 10-pack for $80. Just go out to the track and see Jessica, and she'll fix you right up. If you still want a holiday ugly sweater, it's a little late for that.
You still got a few of those left?
You can still wear it because they're warm. You can still do that. Just go to our website and click on the billboard to enter it.
Those went over pretty good
They
did, didn't they?
It's pretty cool. Maybe we'll come up with something even better design next year.
Even uglier?
Yeah, maybe even uglier. Maybe take a picture of me and put on it.
That would definitely do it.
We got a banquet this Friday evening.
We do.
The CRA Awards banquet, and actually it's going to be the first one in 19 years that I'm not going to attend.
Yeah, really.
I have other obligations here. After the last time I did this, it was in 1992. I was named president of the Shrine Club here in town again, and
you're so happy.
I am. I'm tickled to death. It's a great organization.
It is.
And a great place, and I invite everybody to come out on Friday nights. This Friday night's our first one of the year. We've got all the all the chicken that you can eat. And then also, if you want a pork chop, we've got those also.
And they're great.
Roasted pork chop, roasted chicken. The public's invited. For $9, you'll leave full.
You will.
And the public's invited. The Shrine Club is located right up here on the hill, right behind us, overlooking the river. you're welcome to come. Friday nights we start serving at 5:15, and we serve until 7:15. So you're welcome to come.
Hark! I heard a little voice from Delville.
We started out the program without any communication
with our producer.
With our producer Wade out in the cornfield, and all of a sudden we can hear him.
We can.
So he pushed the right button, but he chimed.
We were missing that.
He chimed in to let me know that we have a caller on the line, our good friend Jim Hanks with Must See Racing. Jim, how are you this evening?
I'm great, Rick. I want to wish you and everyone a Happy New Year.
Well, thank you very much, and same to you.
Yeah, you too.
How is it up there in the Arctic of Michigan?
Really, today's the first day that it got appreciably cold. It's very similar to what you've had. It's been very mild up here. We had one snowstorm, and then it just seemed like fall. In fact, Christmas Day up here, it looked like you could go golfing. I mean, it's just been unusually warm.
Yeah, well, I can live with a winter
Me too.
like this. I like El Nino and global warming. But lot of neat things are happening with Must See Racing in 2016. And let's start out. You had a press release yesterday regarding USAC Midgets and teaming up on the show with you down in North Carolina. Tell us about that, Jim.
Yeah, we're opening our season down at Anderson Motor Speedway in South Carolina and Hickory Motor Speedway, weekend of April 15th and 16th, and the USAC Eastern Midgets are going to be joining us, and they've really got a stout group there. They've got some good racers, they got great equipment, good car count, and they're from that area, so they're pretty excited because they get to race now with other open wheelers, so to speak. And then they're also going to be a lot of them are going to be coming up racing with us at the Shady Bull and Spitzer. And as I had talked to you earlier, I think we're going to see them at the Must See 60 and possibly a little 500. And then when we go back down south to finish our year at Anderson and Hickory, they're definitely going to they're booked to race with us there. So pretty excited about it.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
And you're no stranger to the South, but North Carolina, this is your second voyage down to North Carolina?
Yeah, we opened the season last year at Hickory, and that was a part of the super late model and late model group. PASS are the ones that put that together. We were on the undercard, but we've gotten to know really quite a few of the track owners down there. We've gotten a lot of interest from race teams, sprint teams, and of course when the midget group came on, it's all a lot of energy. Let me put it that way. It's good to see that happening again.
Well, go ahead,
Jim. You're going to have a lot of. You have several drivers are going to run in both divisions, both the midget and the sprints.
Yeah, they're. As soon as that came out yesterday, I mean, my phone was awful busy today, and some sprint teams from up here are talking to some midget teams down there, and vice versa. And what they're planning on doing is our guys will run double duty. They'll run a midget and their sprint car, and work a deal out with a couple teams down there. We'll do the same thing. So, like I said, there's a lot of energy behind this, and it's certainly going to improve car count dramatically. And, it's just good to see everybody buzzed up, as they say, about upcoming races.
That's fantastic. And as we talked this afternoon, there may be at least 6 cars that come up for the Must See Racing 60 that participate in the Payless Little 500 also.
Right. Well, an advantage we have, or an inroad we have in the Carolinas and down south, is our race director, Brent Seelman, lives down there. And, he knows a lot of the race teams and the series and the racetracks. And that's what started this. And this didn't happen overnight. We've been talking to the teams for, almost a year. And as of today, if we can count on the guys that have verbally committed, and we're getting ready to sign the registration with them. Actually, there's 2 more teams since we talked earlier today, Rick. we've got 9 or 10 teams that are definitely going to come up and race at Shady Bowl and Spitzer, and 7 of them are planning to come into Anderson Speedway for the Must-See 60 and the Little 500. So
Great.
it's a good plan. It's working, and I know one thing. I feel pretty good about it.
Well, that's great. I know the wing sprint cars have kind of I don't want to say declined, but had some issues in the last couple of years as far as car counts and everything. And I know you've worked very hard with the teams and the team owners to overcome some of those challenges we had, and it looks like it's all starting to pay off.
Well, you're right, and you know the marketplace in general, and car counts in general across the country with open wheel, particularly sprint cars. That's what I follow. It's been tough, and there's no doubt about it. And then 2 years ago, you know, and this was self-inflicted, we ran into some money issues because of sponsorship reneging or a sponsor, and you know, that's on my shoulders. That's on me. Well, that's repaired and fixed. Our schedule is rock solid, and I just see a new energy coming back into the open wheel thing, particularly the wing sprint cars. And I mean, too old to be a fool as far as being optimistic. You know, I'm realistic, and everything I'm seeing looks like we're going to have one heck of a year.
That's fantastic.
That's great to hear.
We're looking forward. We got 2 appearances at our track here at Anderson Speedway this year. The Must-See Racing 60 on May 22nd, I believe. No, that isn't right. That
a week later.
So that's let me help you out here, Rick.
How about the 25th?
There you go. Wednesday, May 25th is the Must-See Racing 60, and that's, of course, the week of the Little 500, and then we'll be returning for the Must-See Racing 50 on Saturday, August 13th.
Yeah, traditional dates, and always be strong. The teams, and I haven't had a chance to look, but the feedback that I've gotten from Davey Hamilton's group, and of course they're aligned with Auto Value, is that everybody's trying to stay off of everybody's schedule this year so that we don't have the conflicts again, and hopefully that won't change here in the next few weeks.
That's been a great effort. You know, that really was started by a couple of our regulars, Jim McCune and Jeff Bloom. And, you know, they've put together a coalition, I guess that's what you would call it, of drivers and owners. And, you know, what they're saying is the various series, Must-See included, need to work together as far as scheduling is concerned. Don't be scheduling against each other for the wrong reasons. I mean, sometimes you can't avoid it. There's only X amount of days and X amount of racetracks. And what it's done is been extremely positive for us, because I can tell you every date I've got on our schedule, and we've got 16 races planned, I have ran them by the coalition. They've talked to some of the tracks to make absolutely sure that we are not in violation of stepping on anybody else's schedule. So, and we're the only ones with the full schedule out when we put it out. So, we're playing by the rules, and I think the rules are a good idea.
Well, it's a group effort, and that is going to be very beneficial in the end. And I think everybody agrees. I mean, I've talked to both, all 3 of the wing sprint series in this area in the past, and they all agree that we need to work together and make it right for not only for the racers but also for the fans.
That's right.
Because you keep having that controversy and dissension, you lose them both, and it looks like we're on the uptick, and we're going to have a strong year this year. I know we can't talk about everything going on with this right now, but it looks like we're going to have a pretty strong TV package again this year too.
Absolutely. The only reason I want to make an official announcement is we don't have the contract signed. We've got an agreement, and we'll be back on MAP TV, and we're going to have a lot more airtime than we've had in the past. This is probably going to be Must-See's strongest and best season for television. And then, as you know, we've been very strong in that department in the past.
Yeah, and the Little 500 is a definite part of that whole package.
Yes.
The Little 500 and Anderson Speedway, your racetrack, is the centerpiece of everything we do, and that's the bottom line.
Well, there's been a lot of great organizations that's had their roots at Anderson Speedway. A lot of racers that went on to great fame.
Yes.
Have went through Anderson Speedway, and we're very proud that we can say that we were a little part of it in the past. Jim, I appreciate you taking the time with us this evening and give Nancy our best, and we look forward to talking to you maybe here in another month or two.
Okay, fellas, appreciate you having me on, and once again, Happy New Year to everybody.
Thanks, you, Jim.
Thanks.
Jim Hanks, he's one of the great guys in racing to deal with.
Sounds exciting.
He's worked very, very hard. I know, not just over this winter, but the last 2 years to right
the ship,
make the product strong.
Yes.
And I think he's got it done. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Anderson Speedway's Track Talk. We'll be right back.
Heart attack, stroke, serious injury. A sudden health crisis can happen to anyone at any time. So when bad things happen, choose good people. St. Vincent Anderson Regional Hospital has the area's most advanced emergency care, with a state-designated Level 3 trauma center, an internationally accredited chest pain center for heart attack patients, and advanced certification for primary stroke care. We have all the resources to deliver the care you need for any serious or life-threatening emergency. St. Vincent Anderson Regional is the only emergency department in the area with an on-site helicopter. And our $27 million state-of-the-art surgery pavilion opens later this year. Bad things can happen to anyone. Thankfully, good people are ready to help. Choose emergency care from St. Vincent Anderson Regional, the spirit of caring. Visit stvincent.org/Anderson Regional to learn more.
Honey, stop! Oh my gosh, that's Diggity's back there.
You mean the new Diggity's Frozen Treat Factory?
I heard it's unbelievable. Everybody's talking about it. They have everything yummy.
Yeah, I heard they have ice cream, yogurt, custard, sorbet.
And gelato, plus fruit smoothies, and that's just the beginning.
I heard Diggity's has over 250 toppings, not 30 or 40 like those other places, and you can even get the candy to go separately.
We can eat outside on their huge patio by the fire, too.
Okay, let's see. Frozen yogurt, ice cream, custard, sorbet, and gelato with 250 toppings, or a plain old frozen yogurt shop with limited toppings?
Diggity's it is!
Diggity's wants to cater your event. Diggity's can set up at your event inside or out and provide delicious smoothies, frozen cappuccinos, candies, and frozen treats to your guests. Diggity's is perfect for weddings, company picnics, group outings, sporting events, festivals, you name it, just call Diggity's. 765-393-0033 today for more information.
MoFab Incorporated, where imagination is the only limitation. We serve residential, commercial, industrial, and municipal customers as your metals warehouse and fabrication center. We do all types of fabrication using the latest technology with unmatched speed, accuracy, and durability on any substrate. Our ornamental division handles all types of interior and exterior work, including rails, fences, gates, and more. So contact us at mofabbing.com to fabricate your dreams of tomorrow today.
You won't believe these deals? They're too good to be true. You cannot miss this special. We're going to give you so much off, you won't believe it. Actual mileage may vary. Price does not include tax, title, and license. Some assembly required. Batteries not included. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. Keep in a cooler place. It is highly unlikely that any sentiments expressed above in any way coincide with those of you.
Wait, what'd they just say? At Auto Farm McCrocklin Ford in Middletown, we're not here to give you fast-talking deals. We take the time to make sure you understand what you're buying to make sure it meets your budget. If you're at Auto Farm McCrocklin Ford in Middletown, you're at the right place.
This program is a presentation by Anderson Speedway. The content contained in this program is that of the host and guests, and not this station.
Little Bachman-Turner overdrive.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
You haven't.
That's going to be our theme for 2016. You ain't seen nothing yet.
That sounds like a good idea.
I think so.
I'll let you do that. We'll see if we can get the rights to the song.
Well, it's a free country. I can say we ain't seen nothing yet, right? I just can't sing it.
You just can't sing it.
And I won't either.
You can get Bachman Turner Overdrive the credit, and I think you're okay.
Maybe we can bring them over the track and they can sing it for us.
Of course, the radio station pays rights fees through ASCAP and the other one, so BMI, so I think we're okay.
Okay.
So, welcome back to Anderson Speedway's Track Talk. Rick Dawson, Gary Mong, babbling about racing for the half hour. We got the banquet coming up Friday night, CRA. Grant Quinlan, young man, won the CRA Super Series this year.
Was he a rookie?
I'm pretty sure he is. I'm trying to bring it up here on.
Yeah. I can't remember if he was a rookie, and winning it as a rookie. That's pretty stellar performance.
Yeah, I know Eddie Van Meter was in second place.
And I didn't realize Eddie was running the full schedule like he was. And when I seen the final points and that he was up there in second, it's like, wow, he was pretty close to taking it all. So that's good for Eddie.
He's 17 years old, believe it or not.
And now a series champion.
Yes. He was. Wait a minute. Let's see. Keep talking for a second. Let me read this because he's done some pretty impressive things with ARCA.
Is he really? And what you're reading there, I guess it's something about Daytona. They get to go do something at Daytona?
Yeah, he actually won the Rookie of the Year and the championship in the same season.
Okay, so I thought he was a rookie.
He had 1 win and 6 top 5 finishes.
But that was that consistency that won him the championship.
Yes, and that's why he was at the ARCA banquet.
Okay.
And then he gets to, by virtue of winning that, he gets in the ARCA's Road to Daytona program. It's when ARCA's down there testing for the Daytona race. He gets to test an ARCA car on the super speedway, and longtime ARCA car owner Bill Kimmel, famous name in ARCA racing.
Yes.
And racing in general. Bill Kimmel's a great guy, and they're the ones that are putting that all together.
What a thrill for a 17-year-old to be able to drive a car around Daytona International.
17 years old. I don't think he can race until he's 18.
Okay.
At Daytona, but 17 years old, what a
it's got to be a thrill, yes, absolutely.
But the CRA banquet is always a big event down in the grand ballroom of the old Union Station in downtown Indianapolis. Beautiful
neat building.
Facility. It's a long banquet. I'm not going to miss that part, but I am going to miss
the people.
The people and the band afterwards is just fantastic.
Are they having them again this year?
The Bishops will be there, and of course we had the Bishops out at the track the night before the.
And they did a great job.
Year. Brian is a great guy, great musician. They play great music.
And he's from Anderson, isn't he originally?
Yes, and I'm going to miss being down there with you guys, but you and Mr. Mosier.
We're going to represent Anderson Speedway for you. We'll do it. We'll do the best job that we can do.
Okay.
Okay. You'll be proud of us.
Races coming up. Got the Chili Bowl coming up this weekend.
Yes.
They have over 240 or 50 cars entered for that.
That's crazy, isn't it? For an indoor race.
Cool. And I've been following Irish Saunders' son, Eric, who, if you know Irish with Hoosier Tire, his son Eric was pretty badly injured a few years back on a motocross bike and actually was paralyzed.
Yes.
And the last few years he's gotten into a sprint car, and I understand him and Shane Meal, who was also hurt seriously in a sprint car accident, have teamed together, and they've put a ride together for the Chili Bowl. So Eric's going to race the Chili Bowl this year. Wouldn't that be cool if he gets a podium finish?
I'm assuming they got special mechanisms in there for him to be able to operate the sprint car.
Yeah,
or midget, I think, or whatever they're running there.
I'm pretty sure they've got the throttle, with a hand bar and probably the brakes with the other one.
Wow.
Be pretty cool to watch. But I've been with Eric several times, and he's a very determined young man, and it's pretty cool that he's doing this, and he's opening the doors for a lot of individuals that have handicaps that may think that they can't do anything, but he's proven that it can be done regardless.
Well, Rick, with the modern medical technology that we have, and we've seen it with what was his name? Was Superman that had a
Christopher
problem.
Reeve.
Yes, and ended up was able to walk. So you just never know. You just never know.
It's pretty cool. You
Yes,
never
it is.
say
Never say never.
And then we're going down to Watermelon Capital Speedway in Cordele, Georgia, the last weekend of this month.
Yeah.
For 3 days to
work.
To work. I did talk to Mr. Scott today, and he asked me what I did last year, and I said, well, I did tire compound. It's kind of boring, but I've been told this year I'm doing the spotters. He said,
no, are you really?
He said it would be a very cold day in Hades
before
he'd let me in their spotter stand, because there would probably not be very many of them left.
Either that or you'll be flying over the top of the stand.
Over the top. But that's going to be fun. I always look forward to going down there.
Very hospitable people down there.
People are great, and they've got Sonny's Barbecue in Georgia, so I love that. And then a couple of weeks from that is the ARCA race down at Daytona.
Yes.
May slip off and go down there for the weekend. Who knows?
That's
always a fun time. It's always a great race. Probably the best race of the week.
Yeah.
Daytona, actually, in the truck race.
Well, last year we was down there. We seen Daniel Hemrick, Cody Coughlin.
Cody Coughlin almost won.
Almost won it. So yeah. So to sit there and kind of watch, I call it our locals. That we see a race around in the Midwest here, down there running that race and almost winning it. That's great to see.
Then we'll come back for a few weeks and get ready to open up for practice the middle of March. How about them apples?
Possibly a February. You just never know.
We do only have 2 months before we start.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
March 12th.
We either next week or week after next is our first Little 500 Festival meeting. That's going to be huge again this year. And the Friday night before the Low 500 is something we're going to add this year that's going to be huge. UAW-GM has gotten behind that, and it's going to be a huge night at Anderson Speedway on May the 27th this year. So the whole week is going to be fun. Don't forget, you can still get your advanced ticket packages, 20 tickets for $150 or 10 tickets for $80. A great value.
It is.
Just come out to the track and see us. We're there, even though it's wintertime. We're there.
What, 10 to 4?
Yeah, from 10 to 4, come in through the pit gates and come up to the office, and Jessica will take care of you. She's been working really, really hard. Little 500 ticket orders are going out either tomorrow or Thursday.
And you've already had people buy theirs already for
tickets
2016.
Reserved, and that's going to be big this year,
yes.
too. You're going to definitely want to get your tickets for the Little 500 early this year. It's going to be huge. Our good friends at Kroger Payless, Kevin Katansky, and that whole group are just already fired up, and I'm going to get Kevin on the show, maybe even next week.
That'd be great.
To talk to him. If you want to talk to a race fan.
He is a big one.
He's the man. And also, I've promised everybody, and I'll maybe try next week also to get Eric Jones on here.
Yes.
To talk about not only his Camping World Truck Series championship, but also his Redbud Stoops Freightliner Redbud 300 championship last year and what that meant to him.
Yes.
So we still got a lot of things to talk about the next month or two.
We do.
And before we get into the racing season.
Better say hello, Aunt Jenny. Happy 2016.
Yes. And Happy New Year to everybody out there. We appreciate everything you've done for us in the past, and we promise you 2016 is going to be even better. For Gary Mong, I'm Rick Dawson. We appreciate you spending the time with us, and we will look forward to seeing you at the track.
Tune in next Tuesday night for another edition of Anderson Speedway's Track Talk on News Talk 1240 WHBU and the new 103.7 FM, and on Muncie's Sports Station 102.9 FM and 1340 AM. And for more information on Anderson Speedway, go to andersonspeedway.com.